Okay. We're going to what when it starts?
We're going to touch bricks. Boom. We're lighting up Rupp today, folks.
What's up, guys?
Or we're going to
Last
flash
one.
Rupp.
It's sad. Are you sad?
I am, actually, yes. Yeah, it's very sad. The last game of the season it's always a little sentimental. We like to do our thing, sit in Rupp, kind of soak it all in. No pun intended there. Take it all in, being at the Rupp Arena, for the last time this season. So, actually, I'll be here for the Sweet 16, so I get to come back a little bit later. But yes, last Kentucky game here. It's always bittersweet, absolutely. Hopefully we can end it with a fun one, though.
It's a big one, indeed. Senior Day, where we say goodbye to 4 seniors: Otega Owe, Denzel Aberdeen, Walker Horn, and Zach Tao.
Yes.
Your favorite memory?
The four-headed goat.
The four-headed goat. I need one memory from all 4 of them that are your favorites.
Okay. Should I start with the Walkers? The Walker-ons? Walker Horn. That three-pointer, obviously, was amazing.
Man, he banged that thing, didn't he?
It is kind of funny that his career, I think 40-something different teammates in Walker Horn's career, college career across 4 years. Played with like a dozen future NBA players, including a guy who's like lighting it up for the Houston Rockets right now, known Arkansas fan, Reed Shepherd. So that's kind of crazy that he's played with that many guys over the course of 4 years.
Slide that in.
Oh, what? It's Devin Booker out in Arkansas shoes yesterday. Let's see if KS Board likes that one, too.
Can we just not?
Yeah, so Walker Horn, his three-pointer earlier this season was awesome. That was probably the best part. The buzzer beater, Tennessee Tech.
With his dad in attendance.
Or who was that, Tennessee Tech?
That was the Pelfrey night. That was
Yes, yeah. He's not dead, but he's not coaching anymore. Or not at Tennessee Tech, at least. So, but yes, that was an awesome moment for him. I'll be honest with you, can't think of another one for Walker Horn. Did he have something as like a freshman or a sophomore?
Just the general presence that he brings.
Yeah, he's going to be a coach one day. Yeah, dad, like you said, Jaron Horn at
I wouldn't
NKU.
be surprised if Pope adds him to, just keeps him around as a GA or something.
Why not? You might as well.
I've heard some scuttlebutt that could be in his future.
Okay, I like it. Zach Tao. Same thing. He hit a shot. I forget who that game was against. It was not
NC Central.
Yeah, that's right. NC Central. Yes.
Banged that one.
Yeah, he actually hit a free throw in the game against Tennessee Tech as well, maybe 2 as well. So he had some points. But yes, he's got his big points as well. I think the biggest thing I'll remember from Zach Tao was the whole story about him being on a one-day contract until they finally gave him his jersey. And I think it was one of the players, maybe Otega, gave him his jersey or something like that.
Yeah.
Back in the offseason. It's a really cool moment for him.
Now that we address that, was a little ridiculous. Can we just give the guy a damn jersey?
I mean, I think it was more of a.
Can we just let him?
I think that was
have
a fun
jersey?
thing to say for the media. He's on a one. He's such a hard worker that every day he grinded as if he was on a one-day contract.
He didn't get the jersey until it was
that was a little
the NCAA
a little odd, I guess.
It was
hey,
all right,
gotta earn it, buddy. Gotta earn it. So, but he's going to law school, so good for him.
He got into law school. That's a fun little moment for him.
Denzel Aberdeen, we only had him for 1 year. God, it would be nice to have him for another year. He's so much fun to watch, especially as the season has gone along. I'm trying to think if there's one particular. I mean, the Louisville game was oddly enough probably one of his better overall games when he had 27 something like that points early in the season.
Tennessee takeover in Knoxville.
Tennessee takeover. Yes. That was just his big massive shot.
Team on my back. I'm winning this game for us moment.
Probably his best one. Otega, it's pick your choice. Obviously, you got 2 different ones. We saw one right in person, right in front of us.
That has to be it.
That's probably my favorite because Kentucky nearly collapsed and gave up like a 12-point lead in the final 2 minutes of that game. Go Cats over there. I love that. Oh, what are we? Oh, he's pointing.
Twins.
Oh, he's got the shoes. He's got the shoes.
You look amazing.
I like it.
You look great.
Does he have the same shirt as you two? No, he doesn't. But similar vibes as well. Yeah.
Throwback shirt.
Wow.
Man,
okay.
Look at that.
Kind of look just like you,
Shout
actually. Yes. So, Otega, you could pick your game winner there. But I'm going to go with the SEC tournament one.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just awesome careers for Otega especially, and what he was expected to be when he first arrived on campus versus what he ended up becoming as an all-SEC talent. SEC preseason player of the year in he's probably not going to win it this year, but in the conversation and has dominated here down the stretch. So
progressively got better every single year. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, progressively got better every single year. I think that's what I'll remember the most about Otega, even though we didn't see him at Oklahoma. Went from coming off the bench, averaging 5 points a game as a freshman, to being a 17-point per game. You can almost bank on him scoring 20 every other game here at Kentucky as a senior. Pretty cool stuff from him.
Yeah, love him to death.
Hopefully we can get another 20-burger tonight.
Is he going to cry? Who is going to cry of the four-man group?
Ooh. I mean,
Walker's definitely
Walker's because he's been here for so long
Walker's
and has
crying,
seen so much.
And Otega's crying.
You think they'll cry?
Otega's going to cry.
I think Pope might, if anybody. Maybe we'll get a Pope tier or two. I'd like to see that.
Would you say that Otega is the face of Mark Pope's tenure?
They were talking about that on the radio show, and I think he has to be. I mean, you really only have a couple other guys who are 2-year guys. Like Colin Chandler is a guy that Pope recruited and like had committed to BYU, so you could kind of say that, but he obviously didn't produce until honestly the last like couple months. So it's got to be Otega because he's been the face of consistency. He's got 63 out of 66 games. He's got double-digit scoring here at Kentucky, so that's an incredible number. Like didn't happen very often under Cal at all, where we had guys like that. So definitely Otega away face of the program over the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad day. It really is.
I've loved Otega, as frustrating as he is.
He was not supposed to be the superstar. He became the superstar, and man, when push came to shove, he really saved the day in a lot of big moments, and for that we are very grateful. Hopefully he has a lot more in store. As he says, his favorite moment is still to come as a Kentucky
today.
Wildcat.
I hope it's not today, actually, even though I hope he has a big game, but I hope this is not his best memory yet.
But I hope it is a great memory because Kentucky does need this one. Kentucky taking on the number 5 Florida Gators, probably the hottest team in college basketball right now.
Probably.
Odds are, they're at least in the conversation.
10 games in a row.
Man, they are just an absolute wagon. Back-to-back games, they have combined for a 68-point victory over their last 2 games, one of them being against the Arkansas Razorbacks, who just pulled off a massive victory in Como to beat Missouri to keep the double bye. While we're talking, let's just see what. I know
Vandy was up by 10 about 10 minutes ago over Tennessee. It's still kind of early in the first half, so that game could kind of go wherever.
That could be halftime, but things halftime. Double-digit win, double-digit lead, 32-22. Vandy
important.
leads in Knoxville. As things are set up right now, Kentucky's still alive for a double bye.
Yes, got to win today though. Got to win today. Everything hinges on that. All the other results are fine and fun. It took a couple of seeds off with the Arkansas win. I think the 7 seed and one other one.
Done entirely. The 5 and the 6, one of the 2 options for both of them are canceled out.
Yeah, so that Vandy game's big. Honestly, that Georgia-Mississippi State game is big. Like, there's a lot of these games really matter, and they're all kind of happening right now or right before or during Kentucky's game. So by around like 7 o'clock tonight, I think we'll know exactly where Kentucky's playing. But yeah, Florida, red hot, 10 games in a row. They're beating, in this stretch, 23.2 is their average margin of victory. They are just absolutely steamrolling teams. We should note, mixed in there was 2 games against South Carolina, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, so like some teams that maybe are like kind of on the, not great in terms of SEC quality, but they're just destroying these teams. Like, the three-point shooting is still not great, but everything else is awesome. They're still the best rebounding team in the country, number 1 offensively and defensively in the SEC right now. Everyone's playing at a high level. Thomas Haug is going to play. He's probable. He
just got taken off the report entirely.
Just got taken off. So he was kind of like a precautionary holdout in their last game because I think they played Mississippi State and won by whatever you said, probably 30 points or something like that. So did not need him.
Both games.
So he's going to be back, and he is really tough to deal with and fun to watch, if I'm being perfectly honest. But Kentucky did a really good job of limiting Chinyelu last game. Can they do that a second time around? I think that's going to be a big one.
Malachi to help make that happen.
Let's try and keep Malachi out of some foul trouble today. I do think we're going to get an awesome Denzel game. He kind of took it upon himself a little bit, maybe too much in the last game of his homecoming. He had like 19 points on 21 shots, or maybe the inverse of that. So I'd like to see him be a little bit more efficient. I think we can pretty much bank on him being a good ball handler, a good possession handler with how he's played over the last really month at this point. In terms of
turnovers in his last 5.
Assisted turnover ratio has been awesome. So, but Jack, I'm going to give you 2 keys for this game.
There we go. I like it.
I think there's 2 keys for this game for Kentucky, and if they win these, I would peg Kentucky's chance of winning at 95% chance.
Ooh.
And they're kind of like obvious ones, more or less. But three-point battle. Kentucky has to win the 3-point battle. You cannot let Clavshar go 5 for 11 again. That cannot happen. Got to have some urgency on the 3-point line. We did not see that in College Station. Brandon and I broke it down for an hour on Zoom action about how poor it was at the end of that first half when A&M did their 27-3 run. So you got to win that battle. Got to have probably 10 or more threes to be able to beat Florida in that battle in that category. Second one, turnovers. Got to have less turnovers than Kentucky. Turnovers have killed Kentucky over the last month at this point, double digits in all of them. If you can keep that at 10, maybe 11 or under, I think Kentucky's going to have a good chance, especially if Florida hits 11 or more in that regard. So I think those are the 2 key areas. If Kentucky can score more three-pointers and have fewer turnovers. Sounds dumb when I say it out loud like that, but it's simple as that, I think, honestly.
Clavshar and Xavier Lee combined for 41 points in their last time for 9 combined threes. Total outliers, but Xavier Lee, to his credit, is playing a lot better.
Yes.
I really loved what they did against arguably the most dominant front court in college basketball down in Gainesville. They neutralized them, didn't shut them down, but neutralized them in the sense that they gave themselves a chance to win that game, assuming everything else played out, and it just didn't with the way Clavshar hit 5 threes and Xavier Lee did too. Do you expect any outlier? if the game plays as chalked, does Kentucky have a legitimate chance if you can neutralize the front court and they shoot to their 340th nationally, I believe they are, in three-point percentage?
They're I think even like Lee and Boogie Flan, during their last 10-game win streak, they're still shooting under 30% from three. So they're still like struggling shooting from three. But, I mean, Kentucky, like, Florida's really good, man. Like, Kentucky, Florida can play 80% of their best and still win this game if Kentucky plays 80% of their best. You're going to have to get a Vandy performance like you got last weekend from Kentucky, where everything's just clicking. You're going to have to get a little bit of luck, too. Like, Vandy missed a lot of open threes. Florida's going to have to come in here and miss some easy shots. And Kentucky's going to have to make those. Like, I think you're going to need a little bit of luck in this game for it to really swing Kentucky's favor because, I mean, almost top to bottom, Florida's just a better team. Like, they are. Statistically, whatever, eye test, they're just a better team. So a lot is going to have to go in Kentucky's favor today. I do think having it here with the crowd and our lights that are going to be flashing all night, all game long.
Every seat
has one of these, even the media seats. So, we were given these. Are we allowed to wear them? They put this on a Florida. You think a Florida media person is going to be wearing this? I don't think so. But it would be weird if they put like Florida UF healthcare. It probably wouldn't work as well. So
only real knuckleheads would wear something like this.
Well, we got a couple of them right here, I guess. So I think the crowd here is going to be great. We've already got. I mean, it's been packed for a while, and it's
even with the
pretty
sloppy weather. It's kind of
outside.
Gross in Lexington, but man, that's going to
help.
Is going to be in the building.
Yeah, the senior day vibes. Like you maybe you worry about a little bit too much emotion. I don't think that's going to be something that really factors in early on. Like, one thing I posed to Brandon yesterday is I want to get your take is, do we see Walker Horn and Zach Tao at all?
Dude, no. Sorry, not the time or place.
Not even come in for 2 seconds and then foul immediately?
Not the time or place, because we need that foul. No.
Okay,
sorry,
fair enough.
I love you both, but get some shots up before the game.
Ideally, Kentucky's up by 15 in the final 2 minutes, and you say, Walker and Zach, come in and let's get your victory cigars, and let's really cap this one out.
Something pretty
and let's have
awesome.
Walker Horn. If they're down 15. Yes,
I would
actually.
not be in the mood to see Walker Horn or Zach Tao.
I don't know. I feel like that would be an in-the-moment decision from Pope. But, yeah, if they're down 15 and 2 minutes left, sure, why not bring him in? Who cares, We're trying to have some fun with it a little bit, but my phone's going off. Hopefully we're still live. We
should be.
I think we're still live.
We're good?
It was an email from my bank. Zero balance. Yikes.
Wait, you're getting paid for this?
Not here. But, yeah, so a lot's going to have to go Kentucky's way today, but I think they have a lot of stuff in their favor. Like, can't play any worse than you did against Texas A&M. If that doesn't kind of light a fire under you coming into this, I don't know what will. So I think they're going to have some of the edge for it. And also, Florida really doesn't have anything to play for, if we're being perfectly honest.
Although
maybe the 1 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Although Todd Golden addressed that exact scenario today.
Yeah, well, what's he going to say?
But it was just like, man, that was a great quote. He said, "We are watching." A Forbes interview guy asked him, are you watching the bracketology? He's like, yeah, I am watching every single update to see we want that final number 1 spot. And then a follow-up interview to preview this game was asked, a lot of people say that you don't have anything to play for. You got the number 1 seed locked up. The regular season titles, the trophies already being sent to Gainesville. He's like, I'm just being transparent with you guys. We want to make life hard on Kentucky. We want to make them go to Nashville early. We want to piss them off to force them to go to Nashville.
You think that was a shot
early.
at you directly?
I hope so.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to like you very much.
Knuckleheads, man.
Too many knuckleheads, yeah.
Silly little knuckleheads.
But realistically, they really don't. They can try and get the 1 seed, but
speak than actual fire in their bellies.
If Thomas Howard, kind of twists his ankle a little bit 5 minutes into the game, you think he's going to come back? Probably not. There might be a precautionary thing, keep him out, let's rest him up for next week and see if they can win the SEC tournament. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of speaking hypotheticals into existence a little bit.
Do you want to kind of throw it out there that Cam Williams was very close to playing in this game?
That would have been absolutely insane because he's, 6 weeks removed from surgery?
6 weeks to the day yesterday. Removed from surgery. That was a very real decision.
Jason Tatum's doctor, huh?
I don't think fans realize how close that decision was. He was officially declared out, and I think that was more of hey, we got to save this kid from himself, because if he's a game time decision, he's going to do whatever it takes. He's going to say, screw it. If I get my shooting shirt on and my warm up, I'm getting shots up. I'm playing in this basketball game. So I think that was all right. We're not going to give you the opportunity to risk the re-injury. And get things rolling for the Cats in Nashville. I would be, at this point, we still got a couple practices. We got to see how that, how his foot responds in that. But as things stand right now, I think the odds are pretty darn good that he opens things up in the SEC tournament for the Cats.
I mean, that would be awesome.
More so, it would have been awesome to have him tonight against Thomas Howard.
Yes.
That's the one matchup I'm like, man, Cam could have been that's the perfect matchup.
Yeah. And, it's just all the factors into it of rust, and you've got the continuity right now. But
Jason
then again, you got
looked fine last night coming off his.
Yeah, except for his first 6 shots. Yeah, he was great.
But he finished with 15, 6, and 12 and 6. He looked great.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's team over there, the franchise in Boston. But there are the factors of, it mess with continuity and chemistry. But then you look on the opposite side of that, and it's like Yelovich really hasn't played that well at all lately. So you're getting more Mo Diabate minutes anyways. It'd be nice to be able to supplement Cam in there a little bit as well and throw him some minutes. So if you can get him to start on Friday of next week, give him an extra 6 days of rest instead of 4 days of rest. That'd be nice as well. So really make sure that he's feeling nice and healthy going into the SEC tournament. That'd be awesome because he's a very versatile player and like a guy that can really truly make an impact come March, because he can play both ends of the floor really and knock down shots, as he was starting to do right before he broke his foot on a non-contact injury here in Texas 6 weeks ago.
All right, let's get this thing rolling. We got to get back inside and get ready for the Senior Day festivities. But thanks to
I'm going to get Skyline today.
Ooh, interesting. The Smash Burger sign right there.
Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'll do that.
It keeps kind of staring me in the eye. I'm like, man, that does kind of sound.
I've had Chick-fil-A 25 times this year,
I think I'm ready to change it
switch
up.
Something else.
I thought this little thing started shaking on me. Are they getting ready?
I hope so, yeah.
Ooh. I'm excited to see what it does. Parlor Pizza. Shout out to our friends at Parlor Pizza and all they bring to the table. Their house smoked wings, their delicious pizza, the Doctor, hot honey pepperoni. You love a hot honey pepperoni.
I love a hot honey pepperoni, yes.
It's some good stuff. The Pints, delicious, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Happy hour. Make sure you go check that out. 2 new locations coming. Player of the game. What's our prediction and our player of the game?
Prediction is I think Kentucky's going to lose. I think I got Florida by 4. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It was high-scoring in Gainesville. I think we're going to be high-scoring again, mid-80s, upper 80s, maybe even hit the 90s a little bit. But I do have Florida winning by a couple points. It's going to be close down the end. It'll be similar. Like it'll be one of those where, moral victory, nonsense, we can whatever. I think y'all still feel good about Kentucky coming out of this one. But I'm going to say MVP will be Denzel. I think he's going to be a little bit more calm, cool, and collected than he was in Gainesville. Kind of play like he has been lately, where he's just putting guys in the right position to score and then kind of taking over when he needs to. Let me get 14 points, 6 assists, 1 turnover for Denzel in this one against his old team.
I will not be a negative Nancy. I'm going with a big-time Senior Day victory for the Cats. 86-83. Kentucky wins this one. They seal the double bye.
Ooh.
We start on Friday. Vanderbilt's
imagine?
going to take care of business and close out in the second half. Kentucky's going to win today, and we are going to have just the most feel-good week in Nashville. It's been so long. We deserve it. Damn it.
Sure,
Damn
we
it.
do. Kentucky fans of all people, we deserve it.
We deserve a long, extended stay in Nashville. We get it thanks to the upcoming results. Vandy wins, Kentucky wins, and we will see you down in Nashville. I'm going 86-83. Malachi Moreno once again locks up Ruben Chinyelu. He goes for another double-double as Kentucky cruises to a nice little victory on Senior Day. Hope you enjoy the festivities. Hope you enjoy whatever this thing is going to bring to the table, and hopefully we'll be celebrating right here. It depends on the weather, but we'll be celebrating hopefully here in just a couple hours.